Hey everyone, it's That Girl Mesha coming to you with story time. So, everyone keeps asking me how I lost 100 pounds. At my heaviest, I was close to, no, I was about 280. And it definitely was not an easy journey at all. It took me a while to realize that I deserved to take care of myself and to love myself, to lose the weight. I have two children and a husband that really supported my journey. And so I went through years of taking care of everybody but myself. And that's difficult because you don't want to think of not taking care of your family because you always think that that's a selfish thing to do, to put yourself before them. But it's really not. So I went through very destructive patterns of eating. I did a lot of emotional eating. You eat when you're happy, you eat when you're sad, you eat when you're anxious. I did it all. And another whole other end to the spectrum of eating is that you don't eat, and then when you do eat, you eat large portions and you eat unhealthy foods and you don't exercise at all. So it was pretty destructive. Um, it was really hard to see because I was so involved in taking care of everybody else, and that is you can't see that. You won't be able to see it unless someone kind of talks to you, or you make that decision to look at yourself and say, okay, this is the day I need to actually make a change. And I'm not saying that every big plus size girl is unhealthy, okay? Because there are some plus size girls who are crushing it. I was unhealthy. I lived so long with undiagnosed blood pressure that it does damage to your kidneys. And what people don't realize is even though I'm 100 pounds lighter, um, my kidneys suffered a great deal. And so I have mild kidney disease because of the chronic blood pressure. So I have to be careful what I eat. I have to be careful of everything. So I get blood work done to make sure I'm okay. So people don't see that. People don't see what it does internally to you when you live a lifestyle that's really unhealthy for your body and then you lose all the weight. There's still work to be done. First, I had to realize that I had to lose weight for myself. Um, it wasn't for any family members. It wasn't for a spouse. It wasn't for my children. It was strictly for me. I just got fed up. I've always been someone who loved kickboxing. I love exercising. Honestly, I didn't have a problem with it. And I love lifting weights. But I would get to a point like I would lose 40 pounds and then I couldn't get over that hump. And then I would get discouraged and then I would go back to bad habits and gain the weight again. So it was just constantly a yo-yo type situation. So one day I had a discussion with my husband about weight loss surgery. And we kind of talked about it for a while. Before I really pulled the trigger. And this might sound kind of cheesy or whatever. I came across this guy. His name is Laurent. You probably know him. He is the other twin of Le Twins. They're French. And he would do workouts and exercises and all this other stuff. And he kept saying that you need to say, I love myself so much. So every morning I started off with that mantra of, I love myself so much. And I said that to myself until I actually started working out. And then my mind was just changed. It was like, I'm getting this weight off for good. And that's when I made up the decision, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get this weight loss surgery. But before I had the surgery, I had lost like 30 something pounds before I even had the surgery. So I was already doing the work in my mind. So I even got a therapist. I got a therapist because I understood that I had an unhealthy relationship with food, and I needed to do some serious mental work before I made this decision to lose 80% of my stomach. So that's a big deal. It's a major surgery, and it needs to be treated as such. And so that's what I did. I I got someone to help me. Um, it wasn't. It has not been a walk in the park. You have to still do work, even though you have the surgery. Don't think that you can just eat what you want still and be fine, because there are a lot of people that have had this surgery and they're still overweight because they didn't do their part. So understand that part of it. And some people had the surgery and things went wrong. So don't get me wrong. There's complications. There's certain things that just don't work out with you. So don't come for me in my comments like I did this, and yeah, I understand there's just certain situations that it cause you for it not to work for you, but it worked for me. Um, I am now like in my 170s or something. Um, the last time I weighed myself. I'm serious about my workouts. Before I was doing anywhere to 4 to 6 days a week. I've kind of chilled out. I do like 3 to 4, sometimes 5. Um, but I work out. What helped me was I found things that I really love to do. I love to lift weights. I love kickboxing. So I went on Instagram, found people who exercise, who had good exercise programs. I went to YouTube. And then I just did some stuff on my own. And I lost all the weight that I've lost was at home. All the weight. And when I did finally go to the gym and I had a physical assessment, I had 25.5% body fat and I had 78.8 muscle. And I did that by myself. So I know it can be done. And I know that you all can do it too, right? It ain't gonna be easy, but you can do it too. But also, I really had to be meticulous with things that I ate. And sister likes to eat, okay? So, yeah, I had to do that too. So, you wanna know what I ate? Okay, so my breakfast consisted of a green smoothie. Any greens like kale, spinach, sometimes romaine, and then I put strawberries, bananas, mangoes, pineapples, a lot of berries, then a super green powder and fiber powder and flaxseed powder and all that other stuff. And I had that every morning. I still have that every morning. For lunch, big salad. I eat a lot of greens. I eat a lot of raw foods. And sometimes that gets a little old, so you got to switch stuff up. But for dinner time, salmon and some vegetables, asparagus, grilled chicken. And mind you, because of my kidney situation, I have to be careful of how much protein I put in my body. So, yeah. But it's doable, though. I do have snack foods. A lot of fruits, vegetables. I go to the grocery store. They have those pre-made vegetables, and sometimes I make it myself. Now, mind you, sometimes I have days where I want some Chick-fil-A. Now, I can't have a whole lot of Chick-fil-A. But sometimes I have those days when I'm like, I want some Mexican. So I eat it. I don't do the whole restrictive, I can't have. It's just moderation. How much you eat of it, how many times you eat of it. So, yeah. Still love to eat, but I don't eat as much. And I eat better quality foods, fruits, vegetables, raw stuff. Drink a lot of water. A lot. So where did I go? I went to Pompeii Surgical Center in Tijuana, Mexico. My doctor was Dr. Salcido. He's a beautiful man, wonderful bedside manner, so very kind. Um, and they took good care of me. I recovered in a beach house, so pay that extra money for the beach house if you can. Um, the people there were wonderful. You don't have to be afraid if somebody's going to traffic you or steal you. No, they were wonderful. They educated me on how to take care of my stomach, what to eat, what small amounts, and it was divine. When I tell you they took care of me, they took care of me. Um, I wasn't in that much pain. It was, surgery, so you're going to have some pain, but it wasn't like bending over pain. So I can't say that I was in pain at all that much. So to wrap everything up, that's how I lost my 100 pounds. Your journey might be different. Kudos to you if you chose something different, as long as you made the decision to do it. If you have any questions for me about my surgery or anything, you can email me at iamthatgirlmesha@gmail.com. I'll be happy to respond to any and all questions about weight loss, because it is definitely a journey. I had my journey August the 1st of 2020. And so, yeah, I went from a size 22 to a size 10 currently. And I'm going to get them single digits. I ain't far away. So I still have goals. Um, so once again, if you have any questions, email me. It'll be somewhere in the description below. I am that girl Mesha at gmail.com. I'll be happy to answer any questions and encourage you along the way. Don't be hard on yourself. One step and repeat. All it takes is one step. That's all it takes. And do it for you. Do it because you deserve it. Okay? You deserve it. I know my knees are happy. Let's be real. My knees are real happy. Okay? Okay. So, you guys take care.